good morning students, welcome to my channel Miracles of Math. So today we are here to continue with the topic sequences and series, and in that we are discussing arithmetic progression. In the last class we have some basic introduction of what is a sequence and what is an AP, that is arithmetic progression, and we have done few problems on arithmetic progression. So today, before going to sum of AP, like I mentioned in the last class, we will start with sum of an AP. So before going to sum, let us have some small concept. Whenever you want to pick or whenever you want to choose few terms in AP, okay. So in sum AP, you need to choose three terms, let us say. How you will choose? You can write the first term as A, the next term is A plus D, the common difference is being added. The next term is A plus 2D. Okay. And the question is given that sum of three consecutive terms of an AP, is 27. And the product of all these terms is something else. So try to find the numbers. How difficult is it? How difficult is to find A and D with the given conditions? But if you can choose the terms correctly, it will be very easy. Choosing the terms is very important. That is what we are going to discuss. That is selection of terms in an AP. If you want to select three terms, what we'll do? We will take the second element as A, the third element is A plus D, and the first element is A minus D. Why are we taking like this? Any importance of this one? Yes, see here. When you can take the terms as A minus D, A plus D, still it is following an arithmetic progression with the common difference D. You can check that any two consecutive terms difference will be D. When you add all these, D and minus D and D gets cancelled, and you will be left with only A, and you can directly get the value. It will be very easy to solve. The only reason we are writing in this way is for the ease of calculation. So let us see one question. The sum of three numbers in AP is minus 3. Sum of three numbers, I am writing it as S3. Not in this, let us say, not S3, let us say T1 plus T2 plus T3. Okay. Sum Tn plus T n plus 1 plus T n plus 2. Sum of three consecutive terms of an AP is given as minus 3, and their product is given as 8. So now the question is find the numbers. How difficult is it is if you take in A plus D, A plus D, A plus 2D, you will have two terms to find. But see, it is very easy if you can take like this. Let the three elements be A minus D, A and A plus D. Sum of these is given as minus 3. The sum is given as minus 3. So what happens? Minus D and D gets cancelled. So A plus A is 3A. 3A is equal to minus 3. So A is equal to minus 1. Just with one step, you got directly the first term. So once you get minus 1, you have one more relation. What is that? Product is equal to 8 to find the value of D. We still don't know what is the common difference of this progression. So what is the product of these three? A minus D into A into A plus D. What is the product of these two? A plus B into A minus B, A square minus B square, A plus D into A minus D, A square minus D square, and this A remains as it is. A into A square minus D square, and that product is given as 8. So what is A? We already have A is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 whole square is 1 minus D square is equal to 8. Correct? So send this minus 1 here. 1 minus D square is equal to minus 8. So send D square that side and 8 this side. So you will have D square is equal to 9, and you will be having D is equal to plus or minus 3. Common difference being plus or minus 3. What is the meaning of plus or minus 3? That means you may have a number 3 or you may have a number minus 3. Let us see what is that sequence when you have common difference as 3 as well as the common difference as minus 3. And you have the first term is minus 1. And you have the first term is minus 1. So when A is minus 1 and D is 3. When A is minus 1 and D is 3, so let us try to find what is the sequence. So what is the first element? A minus D, minus 1, minus 3, minus 4. Next one is A, that is minus 1. A plus D, minus 1 plus 3 is 2. What was given? Remember, the sum of these three elements is minus 3. Let us check that. Minus 4 plus minus 1 is minus 5. Minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. Correct. Minus 3 sum is correct. What about the product? Product is given as 8. Minus 4 into minus 1, 4. 4 2s are 8. Even that is correct. Yes, this is the required progression. How easy it is. Yes or no? The next one, the next type of sequence is where A is equal to minus 1. Where A is equal to minus 1. And now let us take common difference as minus 3. Now let us take the common difference as minus 3. So what is the first element? A minus D. Minus 1 minus of minus 3. Minus 1 plus 3. It gives you 2. It gives you 2. Next is A. A is minus 1. A plus D. Minus 1 minus 3 minus 4. So once again the same terms but in the reverse order we got. Okay. So what is the sum of these two? 3? It is minus 3 again. And the product of all these will be 8 again. So you can say that the given progression can be minus 4, minus 1, 2 or 2, minus 1, minus 4. Clear? If there is a condition given like A1 is greater than 0, that means the first element should be greater than 0. So this case will not come, only this case will come because the first element here is minus 4 whereas the first element here is 2. It depends on the question frame. Alright. So let us see some more. Okay, now we have taken 3 terms. But what about if the question is more than that? If the question is more than that, if at all it is asked 4 numbers. For 3 numbers, it is A minus D, A plus D. If 4 numbers, what you will take? See, again for 4 numbers, what we will do, we will not start with A. We will take one element as A minus D and the next element is A plus D. So that when we add these two, D gets cancelled. And what is the common difference between these two? D and minus D. Common difference is 2D. Subtract one from the other, you will get the common difference as 2D. So what is the number before that? With the common difference of 2D, you will have A minus 3D. A minus 3D, then A minus D, then A plus D, and the next you will have A plus 3D. Why are we taking these type of elements when we need 4 elements? Is again when you add up, those gets cancelled. Let us quickly see one example. Find 4 numbers in AP whose sum is 20, and whose sum of whose square is 120. Sum of whose squares is 120. This square, let us take this as some x, y, z, w. X square plus y square plus z square plus w square, let us say it is w, is equal to what was given, it is given as 120. So this is the information we are having. It is very easy, don't need to worry about anything. Sum is 20. So what is the sum of all this? A minus 3D into A minus D into A plus D into A plus 3D. If you carefully check, all the D terms gets cancelled and you will be left with A. That is, you are left with 4 times of A, which is 4A. So 4A is equal to 20. So you got A is equal to 5. The first element is 5. But still we don't know D. For that only we have this condition. X square, that is A minus 3D whole square, plus y square A minus D whole square plus A plus D whole square plus A plus 3D whole square is equal to 120. So this is the information we are having. It is 120. Okay. So expand this one, what you will get? A square plus A square plus A square plus A square, it is 4A square. Correct. Plus 9D square plus D square, 10D square plus D square, 11D square plus 9 again, it is 20D square. Is it correct? When you are expanding A plus B whole square, you will get that. Here you will get 9D square, here D square, here D square, here 9D square. Whatever the remaining terms, here you will get A minus B whole square, A square plus b square minus 2ab. So you'll be left, you will get here minus 2 into a into 3 into d. So minus 6ad, and here you will get minus 2ad. Here you will get plus 2ad, and here you will get again plus 6ad is equal to 120 is equal to 120. So carefully check what is going here. Minus 6ad plus 6ad minus 2ad plus 2ad gets cancelled, and again it became very easy problem. It became very easy problem. So 4a square you have, a is 5, 5 square 25, 25 into 4 is 100. 100 plus 20d square is equal to 120. 20d square is equal to 120 minus 100, that is 120 minus 100, which is 20. So d square is equal to 1. So you will get d is equal to plus or minus 1. Again the same thing, you have a equal to 5 and you have the common difference. So substitute back here, you will get the terms. You will again have two progressions in that. One with common difference 1, one with common difference minus 1. Clear? So if the case is with 5 terms, this is 3 terms, this is 4 terms. What is the case with 5 terms? So if the case is with 5 terms, the terms should be chosen like this. A minus 2d, a minus d, a plus d, and a plus 2d. Why? See, it is very simple. These two are again follow the same pattern. So once again the sum of all these will be 0. That means all the d terms gets cancelled. The same pattern follows when there are odd number of terms required. Here we need 3 terms, here we need 5 terms, then 7 terms, 9 terms, the same process will repeat. And this is 4 terms. How will you take if you need 6 terms? If you need 6 terms, the same process, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d, this is a minus 3d, and one more term behind this will be a minus d3, and this is 5d, and here you will also get a plus 5d. So if you need 6 terms, you select these as those required 6 terms, and when you add all these, your number d gets cancelled. D gets cancelled. Understood? So this is how we select the terms in arithmetic progression. In the next lecture, we will see what is sum of an AP. Sum of the n terms, sum to n terms in arithmetic progression. Thank you so much.